When I first started my business, there was another founder who introduced me to this PR agency that works with founders and executives and like helps elevate your personal brand. And I remember I took a sales call and I was like, this sounds really interesting. I was really impressed with them, but I didn't have the time really to dedicate to making it successful. And then I didn't have the budget yet because I was still so early on in my business. So even though I was super impressed by them, it just wasn't going to be a closed won deal at that point. But because that is a PR agency, so they know what they're doing with marketing, they did a really great job of like always dropping in my inbox once a month with a newsletter, or they have a podcast that I started listening to, and the podcast had so much value. And I became like an avid listener week after week. And then the founder of that company wrote a book and I bought the book. And so it's like I slowly consumed things from that company for 2 years. And then this year, I was finally like, you know what? I have the budget. I have the time. I'm going to do it. And I spent the money. So that's like a story that I try to tell salespeople because I'm like, I think they don't always realize. Like, I think from our salesperson perspective, sometimes it's like marketing's just making pretty pictures and little videos and like, what is this even doing? Yeah. Right. And it's how I continued to get to know them and get comfortable with them. And like, it's the reason why I ultimately bought. It's not because I remembered a sales call from 2 years ago. It's because they stayed in my brain with all these little touch points.